when it comes to that type of stuff, bro, Eric is 100% smarter, more clever, and he's going to run circles around him. Why would you ever go down that road, bro? Literally, you got to be some kind of an idiot.
All right, so let's talk about Tony Khan taking a shot at Eric Bischoff, ending his podcast. He said this. He said the tweet that Tony Khan said was sunsetting this fraud of a business podcast before the next AEW media deal is a wise choice. And Eric Bischoff replied, man, they're like beefing now. Bischoff was on AEW and everything. He says this. He says he takes a video of the highly tarped Quebec show that only had about like a quarter of the capacity. He says, a money mark with no talent other than spending daddy's money, going all the way to Canada to draw less than 4K in one of the hottest pro wrestling markets in North America, talking about wise choices. Strap in. It's going to be a fun day. Ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, he did a whole live video on YouTube off that tweet.
It came up on my algorithms that he streamed it, but I didn't.
Yeah, I just watched it. I just kind of watched it before I came on here. He did a whole show on it.
What's your take on it on the
stream? Can I be honest? What my take on it is, and I hope Raju doesn't get mad. Bro, Tony Khan is an idiot. Because I got to tell you something, Chris. Like, you know, me being in the business, bro, there are two guys that you don't go toe-to-toe with and you don't poke the bear. Two guys. That's it. Two guys. Jim Cornette and Eric Bischoff. Because they will kill you. Bro, I am a New Yorker. And I can go so far with like Eric and Jim. But you're going to get to the point where you tap out because they're relentless. Why Tony Khan would ever poke the Eric Bischoff bear, knowing, bro, he's going to get embarrassed. He's going to get humiliated. Eric, when it comes to that type of stuff, bro, Eric is 100% smarter, more clever, and he's going to run circles around him. Why would you ever go down that road, bro? Literally, you got to be some kind of an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, Bischoff certainly has a silver tongue, and he's not afraid of a little controversy because it apparently creates cash. I don't know if you read his book. I did. Hell of a read. Yeah. Bischoff has no F's to give. So going after somebody unnecessarily to provoke that is, you're just opening yourself up to it. And, you know, what are you going to do? Like, I mean, dare I say, want to break the internet? Tony Khan's done more to ruin wrestling than Eric Bischoff has ever done. There, based off last week.
Vince, I got a question for you.
Wait, let me ask you a question, Doc.
Let's go for it. Let's do it.
Who else killed WCW? So you put them in that list. I'm kidding.
Let me ask you a question, Doctor.
Yeah.
Tony Khan's got to know that. So why is he going down that road? You're the psychologist. Yeah. Why are you going to start a fight you know you're gonna lose?
Yeah. So Tony Khan knows this, but he's more interested in the buzz. He's more interested in the affiliation. He's one of those type of people like, man, I'm the one who got beat up by Muhammad Ali. Hello, like, hey, I'm one of the people. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the people who are like, yeah, I was the victim of the Undertaker streak. I got over type of
But
deal.
bro, even if it means being embarrassed,
Yes, absolutely.
God,
What people do for attention,
that
Vince.
blows me away, man.
What people do for attention.
Blows me away,
It's
man.
very clear that Tony Khan is an attention craver, dare I say, harlot in many cases. And I do think that Tony Khan, for the sake of attention, is willing to go to the dance to lose and go to the dance to go to the fight to know that he's going to get beat up just as much as he gets on the headlines. If my face on the headlines, bloodied and bruised, at least my face is on the headlines. So I think, and here's the thing, on top of that, money creates delusion quite a bit. And he's a billionaire. All right. So in his mind, he cannot be stopped because he has more money than Eric Bischoff does. And just because he has more money than Eric Bischoff, he thinks that he's wittier than Eric Bischoff is. And clearly he's not, but he always has the ace in the hole of, well, I've got more money than you. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those it's one of those jokes that someone always goes back to, like when you're playing the dozens back in the day, and someone gets like out-cracked, it gets outplayed, outwitted, and then you try to like go back into that pocket, that one joke in your pocket that you just always go to, but it's like, nah, don't even, like you're reaching down to it, and everybody's like, no, it's not. And then you keep reaching, and like, no, don't do it. Then you pull it out, and everybody's like, oh, I told you, don't do it. And that's over and over again with Conor.
The jerk store called, and they're all out of you.
Yeah.
Comment below on what that's a reference to.
Very nice.
Like, I will give Tony great credit that if the whole purpose of that is to draw attention, because the only way you were going to draw attention is by taking shots at anything, negativity, traded barbs, burns, what the kids say, that. Is that what they said? I don't think that makes any sense what I just said. But if it's a strategy to get people talking, that's great. The one thing about that strategy is you have to be so indifferent to the opinions of other people.
Correct.
Whereas, is he going to take to heart everything Eric says, get all bent out of shape of it? And then I hated when wrestlers did this to fans that were trolling him on Twitter. Yeah, but I made a lot of money. It's like, who cares? Who cares? So if his comeback is, I'm richer than you, I think Bischoff's gonna be like, I have a ranch in Montana, my own land, beautiful scenery, a bunch of guns. Like, I'm good. I don't care about money, because money isn't everything, especially if it's just given to you.
To answer your question, Niece, this is the same person who vanity searches comments with people like who has like a couple hundred followers.
He's not thinking anything out. He's not calculating anything, bro. He just he has that impulse where if he reads something, I mean, he doesn't even, there's no filter, bro. He doesn't think for a second. He just goes right to that keyboard, and then he's made to look like an idiot.
Now, did Bischoff get his podcast canceled, or did he just kind of?
No, he stopped doing his, not the Conrad one, bro, the business one, because he said he's traveling a lot, a lot of personal appearances and stuff like that, and he just really didn't have the time for it.
I don't know how anybody who's in charge of any business has time to vanity search themselves on Twitter. Like, I don't, and I am a meager pawn in the grand scheme of things. So,
that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, this billionaire has time to vanity search people on Twitter to have.
And do you know what time he answered that? You know what time it was, Curtis?
What's it for?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Okay.
4 a.m.
He's up at 4 a.m. responding to text.
Do you think he was going to bed at 4 a.m. or he was waking up at 4 a.m.?
I don't think he ever went to sleep.
Okay. Because I mean, true entrepreneurs and life hackers will tell you that an hour before bed and an hour after you wake up, you stay away from your screen, or you're going to just absorb negativity for the rest of your day. Or if you give your mind time to acclimate to being, active or resting, you're going to have a way better day, a way more restful night's sleep. Or, maybe you should try grounding or some morning stretches. Morning cardio is great.
There you go.
You wake up, your cortisol's high. Next to look at a device and just, to each their own.
It's a very interesting concept that a billionaire has enough time to do that in the social webs. So we shall see how that saga continues, because according to Bischoff, we're at the top of the third. Vince. There you go.
Yeah, right.
It's a bit.